What is up? This is going to be a trade recap for 28th of January 2026. So let's get into it. So Amazon, what? Amazon? No, TRADOVATE actually didn't work out today. So ended up taking two trades. I wish TRADOVATE stopped working before I took the first trade. I really wish that happened. Let me go share my first trade right here. I don't have the execution and stuff like that. So got stopped out right around there. So let me just go to trading view again. All right. So what was I looking at? Nothing but this. The first thing that I was looking at is in 15-minute time frame. What do I have in 15-minute time frame? That's the main key time frame that we're gonna have to look before market open. Like that's gonna give you the whole narrative and it's gonna tell you where the price is about to go and stuff like that. So we got a 15-minute inversion right here, right? And that's been delivering off this 15-minute fair value gap right here. And price been delivering off this 15-minute fair value gap, and we got an inversion. If the price want to go continue up, we should have expected the price to see a sweep or a candle close above this high. That's the recent high that's the price has created by at 15-minute time frame. So, and on top of it, we got a 15-minute time frame, fair value gap, and a market structure shift. So, which means price tends to go down, sweep out internal lows, and then come back into this fair value gap just to distribute lower, sweep out the rest of the liquidity. So that is what was running in my mind, and I was like literally looking at the price. I really want the price to come back up and sweep this low, probably, and then for us to see a buying opportunity like for you to see a buying opportunity, you need to see this internal liquidity to sweep, this one to sweep. We also have a 15-minute fair value gap on each of those internal liquidities. So that alone tells me to go for buying. If the price would have done whatever market open, internal sweep right there, and then manipulate down, sweep this low, and then we could actually go up to sweep this data high or like whatever it is, like this high, Asian high probably. So that was the basic plan, right? Like that was my major plan. That was a plan that I had in my mind and nothing else, right? So what I was looking at, we got a 2 minute time frame inversion at exactly before the first percent that fair value gap has been inversed right there, and we are actually holding this 15-minute fair value gap that we previously marked up, and we got this internal resting high below, resting high above, and price didn't actually sweep that high, so that leaves us as what do you call it, like that leaves us as a protected high, and this is also a protected high. Price really didn't sweep out London high after London kill zone. That's exactly the kill zone, like so basically we didn't see a sweep above this high, so that leaves us as a protected high. This leaves us as a protected high. That one is also a protected high. And if you put your Fibonacci's in for this, it's going to give you a 75% retest. For this is going to be a 75% or to 50% retestment. And if you put your fib again to this low, right here, we got a 75% extension, and then we continue lower. So every single day, this is the same shade that's happening, and we are not actually looking at it. So that alone made me to go sell. And on top of it, I was actually avoiding this entry because like we are not actually I wanted the price to sweep either of these lows. That was my first thing in my mind, and I had that really strong. And and I really appreciate myself to actually follow that rule right there. That alone brings me a winning day. That alone gives me a winning confidence. So I can avoid trades where the price really didn't actually follow my rules or like follow my plans. If the plan didn't happen, like I'm not gonna take a trade right up there, even if the price presents itself a beautiful buy entry right here. Like you could have actually entered right here and then go break even right there. And that would have been a messed up trade for sure. I don't want the first trade to be a break even trade, even if I can take a loss, but break even is gonna hit you different. So yeah, I waited, and as you can see, like we still haven't closed about this highs and still respecting the 15-minute fair value gap. So which alone brings us to go lower and then seek this internal low that we always targeted, right? So what happened right here is I wanted to see any 1 minute inversion, 2 minute inversion, whatever it is. So we got a 2 minute inversion right there, but I really wanted to see a 1 minute inversion, which happened right around here. You can see we got a 1 minute inversion, and we also have 1 minute fair value gap, multiple fair value gaps, to be honest, to be precise. And on top of it, this this candle right here, the the bearish doji or whatever it is, like this bearish candle is change in state delivery. So we have all the rights to go lower, all the confirmations to go lower. All you wanted to see is a reaction inside this fair value gap and then take a trade. So basically that is it. So we got another inversion right here. But the thing is, I got into a position right here. That was my first position, having my stop loss about that high, and I got stopped out. The first position got stopped out exactly at probably $70. And risk management, I'm talking about risk management. I am doing really awesome with risk management. Like this is top tier risk management, to be honest. Like I'm not like getting tilted. I'm not actually frustrated of my losses or like I'm just executing my plans. I'm not actually looking at the numbers and stuff like that, right? So that alone is a winning thing, to be honest. So again, another trade inside this value gap, got into a position right here, having my stop loss above. That's when my trade away got stopped out. Like trade away stops working. Doesn't mean like it stopped out right now. So as I was looking at my trade sinker, it's still running and trade is still running and I couldn't see trade and I cannot log into my trade away. It was like a kind of hassle, right? Like I was in kind of what if the stop loss that I actually placed didn't work out? So I ended up flattening all my positions right here, and price literally did this after that. It was a beautiful 1-3 trade. I'm really happy that this happened, and this supposed to be a winning trade. This was supposed to be a winning trade. Um, but unfortunately, trade of it didn't work. I don't know whether this happened before, but this is a new learning, and I believe that something big has been stopped. Something big bad was about to happen that's been stopped. So I'll take that I will take that as that I will take that in that way. So not actually complaining about nothing. Everything is on God. So I'm just here to execute the plan and God do the rest. So it was a pretty amazing, productive day, honestly speaking. And I did waste my time a lot, but still, I feel like I learned a lot of things today. Could do much better, or like I can do a little bit more, but uh, I can do a lot more better for sure. So, anyways, that's about the trade recap, and it was amazing, amazing day, and I loved the trade. But honestly speaking, though, like I cannot do nothing about the trade away crash out. So, it really affected me. It really burnt me like a bit. And actually, I remembered one more thing. Okay, it is what it is. Like these are the things that's gonna happen eventually, and you're gonna have to get through it. So I forgot about that, and I started working on the rest of my day. And I watched this podcast of James Clear, like the guy who wrote Atomic Habits, right? So it made me think about two things. One, I want to start reading books. I want to complete my first book. I mean, I want to read my first book, and I want to complete my first book as Atomic Habits. I really want to read that book. I really want to know what's inside that. And that 2.5 hour podcast was amazing. I learned a lot of things. That is my first podcast ever I completed in one stretch, like one stretch completed fully. And still, I didn't actually was paying attention to tiny, tiny details, but still, I learned a lot of things, a lot of information from that one podcast alone. And imagine about the book. Imagine about the book how good it is going to be. I don't know. I have never did it, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to improve your level. You're gonna in order for you to like keep winning, and you're gonna have to like keep stacking up winnings and do a certain good things that. Damn, that's my clothes. Literally right here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right there. I felt like it was moving, and that caught my attention, and stupid. Like I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, I'm gonna read the book, and it is always tiny steps, bro. Tiny steps that's gonna lead you into a huge good habit, or like breaking a habit or something, and breaking a bad habit. It all starts here. And also the second thing that I was talking about, the first thing was reading a book, and the second thing, I want to write a book. And I'm not going to say the title of the video, title of the book, but in my lifetime, I really want to complete that one book. I really want to write one book, and that's going to be my book. And it's going to be, I will do that before the day I die. And if I don't do that, my life is incomplete in that one part. So that's one thing. Um, yeah, it was pretty awesome, and I learned a lot of new things. Learned a lot of new things in that podcast, and now I really wanted to do new things more, and I wrote them all. Anyways, that's about it. It is a good day plus a bad day, and everything. It's how you take it, and whatever the story that you're gonna keep telling is going to replicate your next day. So always remember, this can be so huge, what I'm about to say, but this can be the most dumbest thing that I'm ever gonna say. So listen to this carefully. So the next 1 hour, whatever you're gonna do can predict or can build your next 10 years. So remember that and keep on going. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Remember what you're doing the next hour, or remember what you're gonna do next, or keep stacking up habits, or keep stacking up a different work that you always keep yourself occupied, keep yourself moving, and that's the only way for you to see consistency and win. And as always, I'm done here. As always, believe in yourself, believe in God. Anything is possible if you believe in you and God. And that's about it. And I'm adios.